Well, hello and welcome to the Panasonic Stadium in Suita. It is match day 21 of the 2025 J1 season, and it is Gamba Osaka against FC Tokyo. Two sides who, in truth, have had disappointing opening first halves of the season. Teams who finished 4th and 7th in J1 respectively in the last campaign currently find themselves in the bottom half of the table. FC Tokyo, despite having played a couple of games less than the sides around them, just 1 point above the bottom 3 relegation zone, while Gamba Osaka in 13th place, just 5 points above them. The start of the season's ambition for both these clubs was to challenge for a place in the AFC club competitions. Looks as though that's something, though, that isn't going to materialise unless they have a tremendous second half to the season. Second meeting between these two this season. It was a 3-0 win for FC Tokyo as recently as April. All the goals, though, coming in the last 4 minutes of that contest, so Gamba Osaka will have to remain focused right until the final whistle this time around. They shared a 0-0 draw here last season, the last time that these two sides met, but Gamba have struggled for goals against today's opposition of late. They haven't scored in their last 2 against them and in 3 of their last 4. But on the other hand, haven't lost here to FC Tokyo for 5 games and have been beaten just once in their last 17 visits. It's the second match in a week against Osaka opposition for FC Tokyo, having drawn 2-2 at home to Gamba's rivals Cerezo last weekend. Well, Dani Poyatos' side returned to full strength following their midweek cup tie. The Spaniard goes largely with the same team that drew 0-0 with Shimizu S-Pulse last Sunday. Shuto Abe lines up against his former club in the centre of midfield, while Ryoya Yamashita played for their city rivals Tokyo Verdy. Deniz Humit, the Turkish striker, returns up front in Gamba's only change after he came off the bench to score on Wednesday. He's managed just 2 goals, though, in J1 this season. Premier League referee for this one, Robert Jones, 35 years of age, the second time he's taken charge of a J1 match. Takashi Uzumi wearing the armband for Gamba. Ryo Tanimoto is the lead VAR official. Well, FC Tokyo make just the 1 change from their last J1 match last weekend. The back 4 and goalkeeper remain in position. Kota Tawarat-Sumida is in for Soma Anzai, who drops to the substitutes bench. That's the only alteration to their starting 11. Keigo Higashi keeps his place for his 4th start this season, while up front Marcelo Ryan's 2 goals in midweek took the Brazilian to 6 goals in his last 6 games in all competitions. Takahiro Ko began his career at Gamba, where he made 18 appearances. Dani Poyatos, the Spaniard in charge of Gamba Osaka, the 46-year-old, has been here since February of 2023. It's the first season for Rikazo Matsuashi, the 56-year-old in charge of FC Tokyo, and it's fair to say, since taking over from Peter Klamowski, things haven't gone exactly to plan so far. He's mustered just 5 wins in his opening 19 league games in charge. Both teams will be hoping that this is where their season gets up and running as they try and make a charge at least into the top half of the table. Gamba could move into 11th place, but unable to make it into the top half at the end of this weekend. FC Tokyo looking to distance themselves from the bottom 3. Takashi Uzumi, so much experience, so key to all that Gamba create. So it's Gamba Osaka against FC Tokyo from the Panasonic Stadium in Suita. And something of a false start will be Gamba to kick off again. Just one defeat in the last 17 at home to FC Tokyo. Who have won just 3 times in their last 22 visits here. Little to choose between the sides overall, though. Gamba in the traditional blue and black, FC Tokyo in the changed white shirts, and an early free kick for Gamba. FC Tokyo on the back foot immediately. Scored 19 in their opening 19 games, but conceded 28. There's only 3 sides in the division that have conceded more. 2 of them are below them in the table. The other is Cerezo Osaka. Early test then for Go Hatano. Takashi Uzumi over the free kick for Gamba. The ball in. The initial header away was from Higashi. Tokyo struggling to clear their lines here, though. And that's gathered in the end by Hatano. And an early shot across the bow from Dennis Hummett. FC Tokyo, remember, have never been Japanese champions. The closest they came was in 2019 when they finished runners-up. Gamba have twice been champions, nearly a decade apart in 2005 and 2014. 2014, the season they completed that remarkable domestic treble, having only won promotion the previous season. Marishiga. Now Kimoto out to Muroya. Here's Marishiga. Now Tarat Sumida. Opportunity here from distance. And still it's not away. Tarat Sumida fires it straight at Ichimori. Was amongst the scorers back in April, was Tarat Sumida. Scored the opening goal in the 86th minute, which led to the floodgates being opened in a 3-0 win for FC Tokyo. And knows he should have done better there. Opportunity to score what would have been just his 2nd goal of the season. It would have been against the same opposition. It's going to be a throw for FC Tokyo. Yamashita felt that he was being fouled. The player who's seemingly adding goals to his game this season. It's always the big criticism of Yamashita, who's always a live wire, very pacey. He's always lacking in goals, but he's registered 5 already this season. 1 more would match his tally in one campaign to the previous 3. Wilton, the Brazilian, on the left for Gamba. Joined the club from Levski Sofia. Was at Botafogo before that. Club currently enjoying themselves in FIFA's Club World Cup. Famous win against European champions Paris Saint-Germain. FC Tokyo on the front foot. Here's Tarat Sumida. Tries to turn his way into the penalty area. Panda knocks it out, and then it's driven in first time by Shirai, but off target. The FIFA Club World Cup not going so well for are our Reds. Were unlucky though in their defeat yesterday to Inter. That saw them exit the competition with a game to spare. Two late goals conceded, something that Gamba know all about from the first match against Tokyo this season. 5 minutes gone here, 0-0. Gamba have lost their last two games at home, beaten 1-0 on both occasions by the league leaders Kashima Antlers and Sanfrecce Hiroshima. The last win here, a 4-0 victory against Shonan Bellmare in May, the last of 3 successive home wins. Here's Welton. Uzumi found a bit of space to get the shot away. Yamashita's header. Handa. Yamashita again. Handa's touch to Lavi. To Lavi. Yamashita. Now Uzumi. Time of defending though from FC Tokyo and Marcelo Ryan just for a second. Thought he was away, but the whistle stopped him in his tracks. Hiroshima clears it away, only as far as Fukuoka. That has to be a free kick. Foul on Shuto Abe. Shuto Abe, who spent a couple of seasons in Belgium after leaving FC Tokyo, scored 8 goals in 110 appearances for FC Tokyo. Came through their under-23 squad before becoming a first-team regular. A couple of seasons with Rasen Molenbeek. 5 goals in 61 appearances in Belgium's second tier. Uzumi with the ball in. It was an inviting delivery for Hamet. Dennis Hamet, who came here via Djurgården in Sweden, was at Kalmar before that. Ball delivered just in behind him. He was a Turkish under-21 international, but spent most of his career playing abroad in France and Sweden. His first season in Japanese football. Gamba throw. Nakatani back to Ichimori. Shinosuke Nakatani. Assessing his options, and there weren't too many ahead of him. Abe. Now Kurokawa. Inconsistent would certainly describe Gamba's form generally and at home. 5 wins, 4 defeats from their 9 league games so far. Here's Hamet. Played through by Yamashita, fires it to the back post. Oh, Yamashita just beaten to it. Uzumi denied by Hatano. Well, only Gamba will know how they didn't take the lead there. Here's Hamet. Goes for goal again and fires that one the wrong side of the post. Well, terrific goalkeeping from Go Hatano. But Gamba really should have been in front. Lovely build-up play. And having denied Yamashita, it seemed for all the world that Takashi Uzumi would score. It's a lovely ball by Yamashita here to play Hamet through. Got a hand to it, looked as though Yamashita would put it in, and then certainly looked as though Uzumi would score. Or was it goalkeeper or defender that kept it out? Muria was there. Between the two of them, they denied the Gamba Osaka captain what would have been his 4th of the season. Shirai. Now Marcelo Ryan, who's really beginning to settle to life with FC Tokyo. There will be concern amongst FC Tokyo that they are just a point above the relegation zone, because Marcelo Ryan has been relegated with different clubs the last 2 seasons. Yokohama FC and then Sagan Tosu last season, despite scoring 14. Here's Welton. Here's Uzumi. Here's Welton again. Fair to say neither relegation was much to do with Marcelo Ryan. His goal output for struggling teams has been impressive. FC Tokyo will be certainly hoping it's not a bad omen. Relegated in 2010, but bounced back at the first attempt. They don't want to go through that again. Well, Gamba well on top. The team that's had the 2 big chances of the opening 11 minutes. That's a free kick for Gamba. Well, they have AFC club competition to look forward to, and what will be effectively the 25-26 season, Gamba, in the AFC Champions League 2, the second-tier competition in Asia. Comes as a result of their 4th place finish last season. Here's Nakatani. Finished 4th and reached the Emperor's Cup final, losing to the champions Vissel Kobe, who completed the double. So it was a decent season for Gamba. Haven't really got going in this campaign, though. Here's Kimoto. Wayward, to say the least. Gamba have the ball in a rather cheap fashion. Well, he may have lost their last 2 at home, but his side have lost their last 2 games on the road, beaten by Kyoto Sanga and Araya Reds. Their last win away on May the 3rd, a 3-2 win at Albirex Niigata. Just 2 wins on the road this season, one coming on the opening day of the season at Yokohama FC by a 1-0. Yamashita. Hattonham. Kurokawa kept his eye on the ball and had to. He was under pressure by Keita Endo. Chimori to Nakatani. Shimato did well. It's Shirai. Now Marishiga. He spotted the run off the right of Keita Endo, but overplayed the ball through. Shinosuke Nakatani. Centre-back who formerly played for Nagoya Grampus and Kashiwa Reysol. Shiraisal, a side going so well this season. Just tucked in behind Kashima Antlers at the top of the table. It's developing into quite the title race. Title race that Gamba were involved in for a fair part of last season, fell away towards the end. Hadn't really recovered at the start of this season. Uzumi. Shirai with the foot in, winning it back, and Ko helps it on. Here's Tarat Sumida. Skips away from Yamashita, who got back to him away from the Katani as well. Now Ko looking to switch it up, but Kurokawa heads it away. One back by Muriya. And well defended by Kurokawa. Here's Abe. Shito Abe again looking for options. Handa had made a run on this near side, but he didn't look that way initially. Here's Lavi. Ball does arrive with Riku Handa now. Now Marcelo Ryan hasn't seen much of the ball so far, and he's clearly tugged back there by Shuto Abe. And the first yellow card of the game goes to the former FC Tokyo midfielder. And one or two of the Tokyo players taking exception to that. Marcelo Ryan was stronger physically. Players taking the opportunity to get a bit of water on board. It's a warm day, 31 degrees centigrade. It looks as though Kashif Bangnagande is getting ready down there. Problem for Kosuke Shirai. Who's yet to feature this season. Coming on for his first appearance of this campaign. 23-year-old defender. And Shirai makes his way off. Early blow for FC Tokyo. Kashif Bangnagande, who has a couple of caps for Japan. Perfect replacement. He is a natural left back. Japanese born to a Ghanaian father and a Japanese mother, so qualified for both of those countries, but has played in a couple of friendlies against Uruguay and Colombia for Japan. Here is Bangnagande. Kimoto trying to slide it through, but Fukuoka is there. Fukuoka. Now Welton, he hasn't seen too much of the ball out there for Gamba. Most of their good work has been coming down this near side. Nakatani. Nakatani back again with Chimeri. Kurokawa. Welton. Immediately under pressure from Muriya. And that's wasteful. Marishiga. Kimoto. Endo made the run forward, but cut out again by Kurokawa. He was neutralising most of the threat that FC Tokyo are attempting to produce down that far side. Taira Sumida. Higashi gets the cross in. Wasn't one of his best though. Mohamed. Immediately pounced upon by three FC Tokyo players. Before he tried to wave play on, Higashi slid in. The free kick has been given in favour of Tokyo. Gamba's qualification for Champions League 2 this season, by the way, the first time they've been in AFC competition since the Champions League in 2021. 2020, the last time that FC Tokyo played in that competition as a result of their runners-up spot in 2019. Exited in the last 16, though. Third time that they've reached the knockout stages and gone out. Asia's top club competition, but they've been nowhere near qualifying in truth since. Already out of the League Cup this season, FC Tokyo, but both these teams progressed to the third round of the Emperor's Cup in midweek. There's Taira Sumida. Now Ryan. The Emperor's Cup, the main knockout cup competition that comes with a Champions League elite place for the winners. Marishiga. Taira Sumida. Ryan. It's too high for Higashi. And it's a throw for Gamba. And now it is going to be the first official drinks break of the first half. Opportunity to remind you that the J-League has designated June as Climate Action Month, during which they will actively promote environmental awareness and various initiatives related to climate action. As we see that big chance again for Uzumi. It's blocked away by, say, Muriya, isn't it? I credited Hatano with the save initially, but it is the right-back Muriya who got himself in the way of that one. Big chance for Gamba. Not taken, though. Frustratingly for Danny Poyatos and his side. That was that good run from Taira Sumida. Just to remind you, it is 31 degrees centigrade, the temperature in Suita. 28 and above requires a drinks break. Pretty humid as well, 61%. And restarted with a Rikuhanda throw. Here's Kurokawa. He's defended pretty well against the threat of Muriya and Endo coming forward, but we haven't seen too much of Kurokawa getting forward as much as Handa on this near side. Such a competitive league, J1. Kashim Ratners, the leaders, 3 points ahead of Casual Reysol, but they've already lost 6 of their opening 21 games. Vissel Kobe finding form again, moving into third place now, 5 off the leaders as they look to win a third successive title after completing the domestic double last season. Up over the top for Marcelo Ryan to chase. Taurat Sumida outside him, here he is. He's been lively on the left, swings the cross in. Avoided all his teammates though, and Kuroko alert enough just to let the ball drift behind for a goal kick. Truly remarkable season for Vissel Kobe. Last time out, remember in their history they'd only been champions once and won one Emperor's Cup. They doubled their trophy haul in one campaign. The target for them has to be Champions League elite success. That all gets underway again in September. Mareshiga. As we give it away is Hammett. Support from Abe. Just held on to it a little too long, but still gets the shot away. Comfortable save though for Hatino. Here's Kimoto. Now Ko. Marcelo Ryan trying to chase him behind, but Fukuoka cuts it out. Turns away from Higashi. And a good ball out to Welton. Pounced upon though by Muriya. Welton won it back initially, and now Endo has it, although the whistle has gone. It's a free kick for Gamba. So a Gamba free kick, a bit further out than the one they had in the opening minute or so of the game. Uzumi to deliver the same though. Over away by Bangnagande. Uzumi, second chance to play it in. Kimoto heads that one away, and now Ryan tries to bring it up the field. Caught on the ankle though by Hammett. He immediately acknowledged his foul. A 2-1 win against Vientiane Mia in midweek, a fourth-tier side in the second round of the Emperor's Cup for Gamba. A much-needed boost as they've been struggling for wins. They haven't won in 5 in J1, 3 losses and 2 draws, so just 2 points taken from the last 15 available for Gamba Osaka. Their last win, a 1-0 victory at the Rao Reds on the 6th of May. That was the last of 3 straight wins after victories against Shonan Bellmare and Kyoto Sanga, the side in 4th place. And incidentally, is Gamba's next game next Saturday. They have that, and then the small matter of the Osaka derby against Cerezo, which didn't end too well for them on the opening day of the season. They were hammered here 5-2 by their city rivals. Lavi into Abe. Yamashita in a bit of space. Trying to play the 1-2. And the assistant on this near side flagging for the foul on Yamashita by Kashif Bangnagande. It's his first J1 appearance of the season. He did play in the first half in the midweek cup victory. A 3-1 win against Zvigan Kanazawa. Side in J3. Got 46 minutes under his belt before coming off. FC Tokyo face Suita Trinita of J2 in the middle of next month in the third round. 15 minutes to half-time here, 0-0. Gamba looking the more likely side at the moment. Tokyo have seen more of the ball of late. Another set piece, Uzumi over it again. First one from this side of the field. Swung in by Uzumi. Away by Kimoto. They're trying to drive it in first time. Here's Kurokawa. Too much on the cross though. That's another Gamba throw. And they can keep up this spell of pressure. Frustrated with himself there, Kurokawa. He's more than capable of delivering a decisive ball from out wide. Higashi. It's another free kick. And the first yellow card for FC Tokyo player. It's their captain, Keigo Higashi, who receives it. Yeah, it was late. Had eyes on the ball, to be fair to him, but didn't get anywhere near it and wrapped Shuto Abe on the back of the ankle. So a fourth opportunity for Takashi Uzumi to deliver something special here in this first half. Defended them pretty well so far, FC Tokyo. Uzumi, a player with so much technical ability. Oh, he's gone for goal! It's brilliant! Well, he has delivered something brilliant now, Takashi Uzumi. And Gamba Osaka take the lead with a fantastic free kick. Well, the previous three set pieces have all been delivered into the penalty area. And I think he gambled on the fact that Go Hatano would be expecting another cross ball. But this one was fired straight past the Tokyo goalkeeper. It's a brilliant free kick. You can just see that little step to the left that Go Hatano takes. And then he couldn't get back quick enough. Wonderful goal from Takashi Uzumi. And Hatano wasn't expecting that at all. Well, that is the quality that he has. And they have given away too many set pieces to a player of this quality in and around their own penalty area in this first half. And now he has punished them. Gamba Osaka 1, FC Tokyo 0. And Takashi Uzumi has his fourth goal of the season. Scored in the 2-2 draw at Kawasaki Frontale at the end of last month, and now on target again. FC Tokyo wobbling a bit here. Uzumi has overrun it though, and Takahiro Ko brings it away. Here's Higashi. Now Ryan, beaten to it though by Ichimori. Well, they're certainly worth the lead, Gamba Osaka. Drew another blank in the 0-0 at Shimizu S-Pulse last Sunday. They've got themselves in front here. Foot in by Marishiga. As they look to end, remember, a 5-game run without a win in the league. Oh, just too much on that from Lavi for Yamashita. They're in similar form, these two. FC Tokyo have won for 4 games in J1 since beating the champions Vissel Kobe by a 0-0. Had lost 3 games in a row prior to the 2-2 draw against Cerezo last weekend. Murillo with the cross in. Katani clears it away. Kimoto. Takahiro Ko. Helped on by Higashi to Taorat Sumida. Brings it back to the edge of the box. And Ko seemed to be caught in 2 minds there. Whether to go for goal or whether to try and play it into the danger zone. You wonder why he didn't go for goal himself there. There was certainly space. Katani's header away. And Bang Nagande fouling Yamashita. Glum-looking Rikuzo Matsuashi, former coach of Albirex Niigata from 2022 to 2024. Led them to the J2 title in the 2022 season and has established them as a top-flight club. Peter Klamovsky, the Australian, relieved of his duties at FC Tokyo in December. Matsuashi, the choice to come in. A former midfielder with Yokohama F. Marinos, played 40 times for them. Here's Ko. Hashimoto. Now Murillo. Marishiga. Hashimoto. Haven't really got going yet, FC Tokyo. Yuna Chimari hasn't really had a save to make in the Gamba goal. Here's Taorat Sumida looking to feed Marcelo Ryan, the obvious goal threat for FC Tokyo. Failed to win in 7 of their 9 away games this season, Tokyo. There are only 2 wins away from home, coming from clubs both in the bottom 3. Yokohama FC and Albirex Niigata. Takahiro Ko. Kimoto. Ko helps it on again to Higashi. Bang Nagande. There's no time in getting the cross in. It's gone all the way through to Endo. As Murillo in support, Endo gets the cross in. It's too high for Hashimoto. Now Bang Nagande. Taorat Sumida beaten to that by Yamashita, 1 back by Ko. And then cleared away by Nakatani. Here's Marcelo Ryan. Hashimoto. Trying to bulldoze their way through almost FC Tokyo, and they do get a free kick out of it. And a yellow card has been flashed around. Has it gone to Marcelo Ryan? I think Marcelo Ryan has been booked here for suggesting that his opponent should get the yellow card. Abe needs to be careful because he's on a yellow card and he did commit the foul there. So it would have been a red. And instead it was Marcelo Ryan, quite rightly booked for showing the imaginary yellow cards. He joins Keigo Higashi in the book for FC Tokyo. Shito Abe remains the only Gamba player on yellow. Now what can they work here? It's their first set piece in and around the Gamba penalty area. Gande is there. Endo over this. It is Endo! And just too high. Just the one goal this season for Keita Endo. Kurokawa. Back to Uzumi. This is a good run by Kurokawa. Good challenge by Muriya. A corner for Gamba. That's more like it from Kurokawa. Seen him get forward too much in this first half, but this is just the kind of thing he's capable of. Largely occupied with keeping Muriya and Endo at bay in this first half. Gamba corner. Uzumi to deliver. Sweeping ball in, headed away by Marcelo Ryan. It's another Gamba corner on the opposite side. Shinosuke Nakatani forward, he can be such a threat on set pieces. It's the one goal so far though for the former Nagoya Grampus centre-back. Uzumi, deeper delivery this time, off the head of Marishiga, and then fired high and wide. And there's the goal again. Fabulous strike from Takashi Uzumi. Player in his third spell with Gamba, where it all began for him. Who's graced the shirt of Bayern Munich on loan. Only 3 appearances, but no one can take that away from him. Played for Augsburg and Fortuna Düsseldorf in a second spell in Germany. It's Uzumi. Yamashita. Yamashita again. Uzumi in space. Flips it to the back post towards Welton. And then a foul by the Brazilian. Yellow card to accompany that. 3 yellow cards in the first half is a high number in J1 this season. There's only one game has had more yellow cards. score. Grampus against Yokohama with 5 yellow cards in the first half is the only game to see more than this. It's Kimoto. 3 minutes added on. With Shirai's injury and of course the cooling break as well. It's Ko. Hashimoto. Takahiro Ko. Just trying to feed it into Endo, but beaten to it. And now Gamba have bodies racing forward. Here's Welton with a bit of space. Muria has to get back now and does so. Welton tries to make his way into the penalty area. Too high for Hammett. Lavi wins it back. That's the lot there, though, of Yamashita, who got to the ball but was overbalanced and couldn't keep it in. Well, one of his quieter 45 minutes so far, Yamashita. Takashi Uzumi, no surprise that he's been a central figure. I think he's more effective in this position. Sometimes Danny Poyatos likes to play him as the false 9. I think he's far more effective when he plays in the hole behind a centre forward rather than leading the line himself. Here's Taurat Sumida. Cut out by Nakatani. Ko with the foot in, the whistle had already gone though. And it's a free kick for Gamba Osaka. He certainly lit up the first half with his strike to put Gamba in front. Handa. Go Hatano trying to second guess what he was doing and got caught out. Wasn't the best defensive setup in truth either from FC Tokyo. All over the place, almost non-existent. Ko. Marishiga. Here's Kimoto. Ko again to Ryan. It's been a frustrating first half for him. Now Yamashita has got the pace to get in behind. Hammett is in the centre, and I think he went too early. Didn't use his pace to the best effect there, Yamashita. Here's Taurat Sumida. And that is the end of a first half which has been dominated really by Gamba Osaka. FC Tokyo have created very little. Takashi Uzumi had 3 set pieces before finding his range with the 4th. Go Hatano expecting another delivery into the box, but instead Uzumi lashed the ball past him and into the top corner. Marcelo Ryan has been kept largely quiet, as has Welton in fairness on the left side for Gamba, who's struggled to get into the game. But they have looked the more likely of the 2 teams and deservedly lead at the half-time break. A wonderful strike from their captain Takashi Uzumi, his 4th goal of the season. It is Gamba Osaka 1, FC Tokyo 0 at half-time.
これを見たら人間の影響による温暖化には疑う余地がない。これが科学の結論に今なってる。
ちゃんと知りたくなってきませんか？
めちゃめちゃ聞きたい。すごいすごい。ここからもう倍々ぐらいで上がっていく可能性もある。
中心になる試合数が5倍ぐらいに増えてます。
人がこのことに関して関心を持つってことはやっぱりそれは絶対大事だなって。
このままだったらサッカーできなくなっちゃう日も来るかもしれないですか？
さあ、ハーフタイム、ここからの勝負はガンバソニック、上山さんによる配信の放送です。皆さん、LED レースの準備はよろしいでしょうか。レーダーの準備はよろしいでしょうか。青のスターライトの前に一緒に盛り上がっていきましょう。上山さん、よろしくお願いします。 喜んでくれたら上出来やっぱこれが理想的 OK let's go 今年は何かしたくて毎日二人はそわそわしてる好みも心も焦がしてる一切がさえ飲み込んで今年は何かしたくて毎日二人はそわそわしてる何が俺らを惑わしてる一切がさえ飲み込んでもう一度今年は何かしたくて毎日二人はそわそわしてる好みも心も焦がしてる一切がさえ飲み込んで今年は何かしたくて毎日二人はそわそわしてる何が俺らを惑わしてる一切がさえ飲み込んでEverybody clap your hands 今年の夏が終わって何もしないようで何かしてたなんだかんだ吹田に来れば実際やっぱり楽しめた今年の夏が終わって何が残って何を忘れる今日のゲームよく覚えとく一切がさえ飲み込んでクレバでしたどうもありがとう後半も皆さんで一緒にいい雰囲気作りましょうありがとうございました
ここでファンクラブハーフタイム抽選会当選者の発表です。今回は一森純選手のサイン色紙を5名様にプレゼント。このハーフタイム抽選会の参加方法は試合開始までにファンクラブ会員証を入場ゲートのワンタッチパスにタッチまたはデジタル会員証をスキャンさせることで自動的に参加できます。ご覧の会員番号の方が当選となりました。なお、場内総合案内者やファンクラブブース、ガンバ大阪オフィシャル X でも当選番号を確認できます。当選者の方は試合終了から30分後までにファンクラブブースにお越しください。
Well, welcome back to the Panasonic Stadium. It's a warm day and perhaps one or two of the players taking advantage of the sprinklers being on during the half-time break. Good way to get cool for the second half, that's for sure. Takashi Uzumi's goal separating these two sides. Free kick 12 minutes before half-time. Expertly dispatched past Go Hatano. We need to see more from FC Tokyo going forward. In this second half, they've offered very little in an attacking sense. In terms of hoping to put a bit of daylight between themselves and the bottom three, they're a long way from that at the moment. Haven't really threatened. Yun Ichimori in the Gamba goal, who were looking good to break their current run of 5 games without a win in the league. A narrow win against 4th tier opposition in midweek, a confidence-building exercise. So FC Tokyo to get the second half underway. Gamba Osaka 1, FC Tokyo 0. The Panasonic Stadium in Suita. A win that would take Gamba to 28 points. It would move them a couple of places above Shimizu S-Pulse and newly promoted Fagiano Okayama. The 2 promoted clubs actually, above them directly in the table. FC Tokyo would remain just a point above the relegation zone. There's Kurokawa. Fukuoka to Nakatani. Looking for Yamashita, it's Banagande heads it away. It's a risky ball back to Marishiga, and now Yamashita has it. Hamet. Yamashita. Natalavi. Kurokawa played dangerously into the area. Abe tried to get the shot away first time, but it was well read by Yosuke Kimoto. Kurokawa's throw. Attacking that fervent support behind the FC Tokyo goal in this second half, Gamba. Did reach the semi-finals of the forebearer to the FIFA Club World Cup back in 2008, Gamba. They were beaten 5-3 by Manchester United before beating the Mexican side Pachuca 1-0 in the 3rd place playoff. Launched by Go Hatano. Muria with the throw for Tokyo, the right back. There's Kimoto. Now Marishiga. Wasn't the best ball to Muria. He did well actually to keep the ball in play. Kurokawa thought he'd won the ball, but it's a free kick. A lot of side to side and backwards from FC Tokyo in the first half. No real cut and thrust. And that has to change now in this second half. On course for a 6th home game in a row against FC Tokyo without losing to them. It's not a ground where they've had a lot of joy in recent times, FC Tokyo. have won 18 to Gamba's 14, though, from the last 44 meetings overall, home and away. It's Bangnagande. Swings it in with that left foot. And Kimoto arriving, but couldn't slide the ball in. Marcelo Ryan is appealing for a foul. And I think the referee has pointed to the spot here, has he? Teasing delivery from Bangnagande. And it's for that kick there on Yasuki Kimoto, who is still down. Rob Jones, the referee, in discussion with the VAR. Just double checking. And what an opportunity for FC Tokyo now, right at the start of the second half. Nakatani goes to clear, and there you can see Kimoto gets his foot in the way and takes a right old kick on the back of the leg from Shinsuke Nakatani. They're checking the foul, and now they're checking an offside. Kimoto hobbling away. Well, Marcelo Ryan has the ball under his arm, and it is going to be a penalty. The foul confirmed, the offside checked, and it was onside. And now Marcelo Ryan, who has scored 3 of his last 4, has an opportunity to score his 7th of the season in the league, and to add to the 2 that he scored in midweek in the Emperor's Cup. And it's saved! Marcelo Ryan fails to score. Hashimoto, the whistle has gone, and Munichimori gets the right way. And Marcelo Ryan misses for the 2nd time in his last 5 spot kicks. And a big let-off for Gamba right at the start of this second half. Well, given the scoring form he's been in, you would have backed Marcelo Ryan to score. Munichimori keeps it out. Somewhat laboured run-up, and it wasn't the best penalty in the world. Chimmery had to guess the right way, though, and did. And it remains Gamba 1, Tokyo 0. And something of a gift at the start of the second half passed up by FC Tokyo. Marcelo Ryan, who's struggled to have an impact on the game so far, needs to dust himself down and go again. He must feel at the moment, Rikuzo Matsuoshi, that nothing is going his way this season. Nakatani. Japanese clubs are pretty patient, some of the most patient in the world when it comes to their managers and coaches. And the pressure will be beginning to build on Matsuoshi. Intercepted by Morishiga. Hashimoto. Here's Endo. That's a free kick. Assistant on this near side. Took a while to think about it before flagging. Foul by Kurokawa. He's got to put that out of his mind now, Marcelo Ryan. Still only 23. Scored both the goals in the 2-2 draw against Cerezo Osaka last weekend. Tokyo supporters who have made the near 500-kilometre journey from east to west to Suita. Nagande's ball in. They're struggling to get it away. It's hit first time by Higashi, but it was a difficult chance to take. Well, penalty scored against Arao Reds, and the winning penalty against Vissel Kobe 13 minutes into stoppage time in May for Marcelo Ryan. Hat-trick against Amir Ardir in the League Cup. Six goals in 6 games. He has passed up the opportunity to register a 7th. Muria's throw. Header away by Fukuoka. Heavy touch by Yamashita, has played it straight to Taurat Sumida. Foot in by Ko. Oh, Ryan's done well to win the ball here. Can he finish it off? Marcelo Ryan. Well, he was always struggling to get the shot away and put it the wrong side of the post. A determined play from Marcelo Ryan. Just stepped inside Neta Lavi before curling it wide. Off balance, regained his balance, and then was just slipping as he got the shot away. Chimeri happy to see it wide. Header by Kimoto. Ryan quickly taking the throw. The referee, though, suggesting it was the other way, or that he'd taken it from the wrong place. It's not been his day so far, has it? Marcelo Ryan booked in the first half for showing an imaginary yellow card and then having his penalty saved by Yuna Chimeri. Moria with the throw. Kimoto. Yamashita. Too much on that though for Dennis Hummett. He's done a lot of shadow chasing in the game so far, the Turkish forwards. Muria to Kimoto, who began his career in Osaka with Cerezo. Arrived at Tokyo after a season with Nagoya Grampus in between. Muria, space to get the cross in, it's swept into Ryan, who just couldn't get the ball out of his feet. That's turning into one of those days for the Brazilian. A frustrated grimace, I think, rather than a smile from Marcelo Ryan, who has an air of disbelief about him at the moment. Here's Uzumi. It's fallen invitingly. Got underneath it though. Certainly been better from FC Tokyo in this second half, as they push to try and get themselves level. One big chance missed, but the early signs are is that more chances will come their way. Higashi. Ko. Touched on towards Ryan by Bangna Gande. Here's Sumida. Takahiro Ko. Sumida. That's a good challenge from Abe. Uzame has it. Now Yamashita with space ahead of him to run into. Hamit in support. Yamashita just held up by Marishiga. Abe, it's a good ball to Hamit! And he fires it straight at Go Hatano. Well, a big chance. And not taken. Lovely football from Gamba in the build-up. Dennis Hamit has to do better there. Good first touch. Got to get the better of Go Hatano from that position, Dennis Hamit. And he'll be mightily frustrated. Sam Jabali, the Tunisian, is amongst the Gamba substitutes. Makoto Mitsuta as well. Here's Endo. There's a real fight for that centre-forwards position. Hamit starting for the 9th time this season. Here's Ko. Bangnagande. Tries to get the cross in. Lavi with the header away. Hashimoto. Muraya. In towards Marcelo Ryan. His touch let him down on that occasion, and Fukuoka pounced to knock it into touch. Muraya. Higashi. The header back to him, had too much on it. Here's Ko, though. Fukuoka ducking in. Kurokawa clears it away. Here's Welton. Now Lavi. Just Welton's second start of the season. His first was last weekend's draw with Shimazu S-Pulse. It's only his 5th appearance of the campaign. 3 of his previous 4 coming from the bench. There is movement from the bench of FC Tokyo. Marcelo Ryan looking to get onto that. Chimeri knocks it away. Muraya's throw. Tokyo might take the opportunity to make their changes, but not ready quite yet. Thrown in towards Ko from Muraya. And they didn't make best use of that. Back with Yuna Chimeri. Takashi Uzumi's goal in the first half and Yuna Chimeri's penalty save, the difference. Here's Welton. Now they are going to make some changes. It's a triple change for FC Tokyo. And Gamba making changes as well. Neta Lavi coming off, Yamashita. So a double change for Gamba. And a triple change for FC Tokyo. Taorat Sumida is off. Nakagara is on for Higashi. And Soma Anzai on for Endo. Long-range effort and just over the top from Shuto Abe. So FC Tokyo have now used 4 of their subs. Just the 2 so far for Gamba Osaka. Yamashita not having his most effective game, so Juan Alano is on. It's under 25 minutes to go. Gamba still leading by Takashi Uzumi's goal. Cleverly struck free kick, 12 minutes before half-time. Sato. Suzuki. Kurokawa. Back again to Suzuki. Fukuoka. Nakatani. Most relieved of everybody out there that his goalkeeper Yunichimori saved that penalty after it was his kick on Yasuki Kimoto that gifted Tokyo the penalty. Fukuoka got his feet in a bit of a tangle, but kept possession of the ball anyway. Here's Kurokawa. Now Hummit shifts it on one more to Welton, who drives it across the penalty area invitingly, and nobody was there to touch it in. Good work from Welton, who switched from left to right in the last shake-up of substitutions. Juan Alano coming on to play on the left side. Clumsy play all round that. Marcelo Ryan back on his feet. Fukuoka is okay. Looks as though they're taking this opportunity for another cooling break. Second half in which FC Tokyo have had significantly more of the ball and the best chance that they've had in the game to level. After Nakatani gave away the penalty for a kick on Kimoto, but Yunichimori guessed right and saved from Marcelo Ryan. Just to remind you that the J-League has designated June as Climate Action Month, during which they will actively promote environmental awareness and various initiatives related to climate action. And 3 saves from the 80s faced in the game. No question which was the most significant one at his expense. 2 goals last weekend, but it's been a very different contest for him this evening. Gamba have a couple of tough games coming up. They travel to Kyoto Sanga next weekend, the side in 4th place before the Osaka derby against Cerezo. The next home game, Kawasaki Frontale, the Asian Champions League elite finalists on July the 20th. Uzumi, the third different J1 team to reach the Champions League final in the last 3 seasons, after Urawa Reds and Yokohama F. Marinos, the side currently bottom of J1. Won just 3 of their opening 21 games, Yokohama F. Marinos. Would be a remarkable story if they were to go down into J2. Certainly a possibility. 6 points adrift of FC Tokyo as things stand in safety. Sato clears it away. Fukuoka. Handa. Here's Welton. Nagande across to make the challenge. It's a Gamba ball. Welton trying to lift the supporters. 5 goals in 21 appearances for Botafogo, 7 in 60 in 3 years in Bulgaria with Levski Sofia. Scored 4 last season, but yet to get on the score sheet in this campaign, Welton. It's Uzumi's corner as we move into the last 20 minutes. And that's well claimed by Hatano. He's looking for the quick release there, but there was nobody available, so pumps it long instead towards Soma Anzai, but too much pace on that. And it's a goal kick for Gamba. Here's Welton towards Uzumi, touches it back. Abe got underneath it and fires it high and behind. I was talking earlier about how patient Japanese clubs are with regards to Rikuzo, Matsuoshi, and indeed Danny Poyatos this season. Both will be coming under pressure shortly. But on average, there's just 10.5 managerial changes per season in Japan's top flight, compared to 22 in Italy's Serie A, 12.9 in England's Premier League, and 15.9 in Spain's La Liga. Here's Hashimoto. So Matsuoshi and Poyatos can expect time to get it right this season. Tokyo board may get itchy though if they're in this position with, say, 10 games to go in the season. Sato. Throw for FC Tokyo. Gamba would have loved the cushion of a second goal, but haven't been as creative as they were in the first. Tokyo have been better. Cleared away by Kurokawa. It's that big chance for Dennis Hummett in the second half for Gamba, which he fired straight at Go Hatano. Teruhito Nakagawa amongst the Tokyo substitutes. They'll be desperate to get on the 32-year-olds. Here's Ryan. Muraya. Hashimoto, bit of space here. Trying to curl it goalwards, but was off balance and off target. drive his team forward from midfield. Player who spent time in Spain with Eibar. Fukuoka over the top. And the header back to Hatano from Marishiga. Kimoto. Just the one goal, but a good tempo to the game. Chances for both teams in this second half to add to their score. Kimoto. Muria. Shimoto outside him. Goes infield instead. Anzai. Tapped it on to Sato. And then Nakagara. Reds player, scored 7 in 53 for them. He's scored just 1 in 13. Nakagara for FC Tokyo. It's a deep delivery, and the header beaten away by Chimuri. And now the counter is on. Hummit held the ball up well. Good switch of play out to Juan Alano. Suzuki made his way into the penalty area. Alano just holds it up though. 3 to aim for in the centre. Headed away by Kimoto. Good turn by Uzumi. Welton. Juan Alano. And it's deflected behind by Kashif Banagande. And a corner for Gamba. Gamba making a change. And the goal scorer Uzumi is coming off to be replaced by Makoto Mitsuta. As a reminder of his impact on the game. And Takeru Kishimoto is on for Welton. Shimazu S Pulse man on for his 15th appearance of the season. Kishimoto. And Makoto Mitsuta is yet to score in 17 this season. It's not really an out-and-out striker. He is a like-for-like, really, for Uzumi. Has played at centre-forward this season, though, but not the most prolific. 16 goals in 104 top-flight appearances. Goals shared with his spell with Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Header away by Marishiga. Sent to the box again. Mitsuta was hoping to get on the end of it. Here's Marcelo Ryan. Mitsuta swings it in. Well claimed by Hatano. And immediately bowls it out and puts Anzai on the front foot for Tokyo. Here's Ko. That's off Kurokawa. It's a Tokyo throw. Moria with it. Heavy touch from Ko. Goal kick. A bit concerned that time is beginning to get away, but Gamba will remember what happened to them in April. And Tokyo scored 3 goals in effectively the last 4 minutes of the game. First on 86, one on 90, and then a Kishimoto own goal 4 minutes into stoppage time, wrapping up a remarkable 3-0 win for Tokyo. Naganda's header. Ten minutes plus stoppages to go. Handa. Too much on that though for Kurokawa. If they are to break this 5-match run without a win, they're really going to have to work for it, Gamba. Sato. Morishiga. Now Kimoto. Muria. Into Marcelo Ryan. He was on his heels though. And Fukuoka quicker again. Now releases it forward towards Mitsuta. Mitsuta is on loan here from Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Featured 35 times for them last season in their bid for the title, which fell short again. It's his first move away from Sanfrecce, where he played 87 times. Kurokawa. Here's Ryan. Anzai. Now Morishiga. Gamba with plenty of bodies back behind the ball. There's Muria inviting Tokyo onto them. To do just that in search of an equalising goal, and Gamba will hope to capitalise on the extra space behind. Here's Muria. Alano. Struggling for his form for a while now, Juan Alano. And here comes Teruhito Nakagawa. Final roll of the dice for FC Tokyo. Nakagawa felt he was fouled there, the referee waving play on though. By Chimeri. Gamba throw. And now here comes Nakagawa. It was never looking like Marcelo Ryan's day, and indeed it's not to be. He makes way. And Teruhito Nakagawa, a 2-time J-League winner with Yokohama F. Marinos. Makes his way on. Joined the club in 2023 after winning his second title with Yokohama F. Marinos in 2022. Just the 1 goal so far though for him this season in the the shirt of FC Tokyo. Gamba on the front foot now. Lano's in the centre, Hummett's in there as well. Here's Mitsuta. Well, looked out of play. Well, the flag stayed down and now it does go up. Nakagawa's only goal coming in a 1-1 draw at home to Kashiwa Reysol, the side currently second in the table. Tokyo have made their 5 and now Gamba are making theirs. Shukurata for Shutawabe. Shukurata, 36 years of age now, making his 427th top flight appearance. Player capped 9 times by Japan. Spent almost all of his career with Gamba, though he did have a loan spell in 2011 with Cerezo, where he scored 10 goals in 33 games. It remains his most prolific season of his career. And Magande. Sato. Touch off by Ko. There's Ko again. Time getting away for FC Tokyo. And Nagande caught in possession and his was the last touch. He doesn't think so. That expression hasn't changed, has it, from Rikazo Matsuoshi? And Poyatos desperate to get 3 points in the bag before a couple of difficult away games. Four of their next 5 are really tough, actually. Sanfrecce, Hiroshima on the horizon as well. Muria. Anzai. Trying to go on the outside. Kurokawa sticking to it and did enough. Alano helping him out and took no chances, just towed it into touch for the throw. Anzai. Through the legs of Kurokawa. All hacked away though. Sent forward by Kimoto. Hashimoto. And now Alano. Chance to break forwards. Determined play though by Sei Muria to get back and dispossess the Brazilian. Anzai then loses it to Mitsuta. Here's Kurata. Out by Suzuki. And Nakatane all the way back to Chimori. Plenty of hard work and huff and puff from FC Tokyo, but a real lack of quality in that final third. Apart from the penalty save by Yuna Chimori, he hasn't had a great deal to do, despite the fact that FC Tokyo have had much more of the ball in this second half than they enjoyed in the first. Kurata with the foot in, here's Alano. Gamba would love the comfort of a second goal now to surely wrap up the points. Just a minute or so away from what would be their 8th win of the season. FC Tokyo heading for their 10th defeat from their opening 20 games. They only lost 14 in the whole of last season, in finishing 7th. Kurokawa's throw. And Mitsuta wins the corner off Someranzai. There's been a few false dawns under Dani Poyatos. Last season, it seems, was one of them, reaching the Emperor's Cup final, challenging for the title for a while before finishing 4th, but still qualifying for AFC competition. It's been a real downturn this season, but heading for a positive here. Kurokawa. 5 minutes to be added on. They are 5 minutes away from ending this run of no wins in 5, just 2 points from the last 15 available. FC Tokyo heading for their 5th J1 game without a win. Moria. Hooked on by Ko, headed away by Kurokawa. Day to forget for him. A yellow card, a missed penalty. Another chance in front of goal as well, where he just couldn't get the ball out of his feet. But here's Nakagawa. Tried to fire it across the box, but well read by Yunichimori, who hasn't really put a foot wrong for Gamba. Just under 4 minutes away from a clean sheet, which he certainly earned with that penalty save from Ryan. Not the best penalty in the world, but a penalty save is a penalty save from a goalkeeper's point of view. Teruhito Nakagawa has to do better there, a player of his experience. His arrival in 2023 from Yokohama F. Marinos is largely celebrated amongst the Tokyo supporters. They're struggling for a regular start these days. Mitsuta. Hamit couldn't control it. Ko ran into trouble. One back by Hashimoto. Overhit by Nakatani. Hatano has to get it forward inside the last 3 minutes. Yasuki Kimoto. Alano. Oh, he's cut in on the right foot and he's forced the save from Hatano, and it's followed in for 2. That is the 3 points now for Gamba Osaka. Tucked away by Takeru Kishimoto. Great finish, actually. Juan Alano denied, but Takeru Kishimoto kept his cool and fired the ball back into the net, the substitute. And it's his 3rd goal of the season. The previous 2 coming in the 4-0 win against Shonan Bellmare here back in May. Now that's a really good finish. Great play by Juan Alano, cutting in on the right foot. Good save from Hatano. And there's still plenty to do there from Takeru Kishimoto. But that is the game, signed, sealed and delivered. Gamba Osaka 2, FC Tokyo 0. And look at the reaction of Dani Poyatos. That is what it means to pick up your first win in 6 in the Japanese top flight. Looking for another one now. Here's Juan Alano. Well, scored just the once last season, Kishimoto. And despite starting just 3 games this season, now has 3 goals. It's a free kick for Tokyo. Launched forward by Kimoto. Kurokawa. FC Tokyo remain 1 point above the relegation zone. Gamba will move up to 11th, jumping above 2 of the promoted clubs, Shimizu S Pulse and Fagiano Okayama. With games against Kyoto Sanga and Cerezo and Kawasaki Frontale to come, this is a massive 3 points for Gamba Osaka. Having picked up just 2 points from their last 5 games, it is a first win in 6. Yunichimori played his part with a penalty save at the start of the second half from Marcelo Ryan. Wasn't his day after 2 goals last weekend, but a wonderful free kick from Takashi Uzumi 12 minutes before half-time. Looked as though that was going to be the winner for Gamba, but the substitute Takaro Kishimoto made sure that the game was done and dusted in the 3rd minute of stoppage time. It is a 5th game without a win for FC Tokyo, who remain precariously perched just above the relegation zone. It's finished Gamba Osaka 2, FC Tokyo 0. So a celebratory feel all around the Panasonic Stadium as Gamba pick up just their 8th win of this campaign. Does that put them back on the road to recovery? 28 points, leaves them 8 points off the top 4, and indeed the top 3, which may well be enough for Asian club competition again in the following season. They know it's coming in September after the last campaign, but look at the reaction of the players. It's been a frustrating spell for them, and it continues to be a frustrating spell for FC Tokyo, who in the end had more possession than Gamba Osaka, but Gamba had double the attempts on goal than their visitors here, who have won just the once now in their last 18 against Gamba Osaka rather, at the Panasonic Stadium. And April's late show, the 3-0 loss in Tokyo for Gamba, is avenged here with a 2-0 victory that really does pile more pressure on Rikuzo Matsuoshi, who has managed just 5 wins in his opening 20 as coach of FC Tokyo. It is a long journey back to the capital for those Tokyo supporters, nearly 500 kilometers. We'll be hoping to get a bit of post-match reaction, possibly from Takaro Kishimoto, scorer of the 2nd goal for Gamba. But what a part he played as well. Takashi Uzumi remains very much a key man in the twilight of his career with Gamba Osaka. His playmaking and set-piece ability on full view today, and a wonderful opening goal that set Gamba en route to victory.
見事チーム6試合ぶりのリーグ戦勝利に貢献しました守護神一森純選手です。ナイスプレーでした。ありがとうございます。前回のホームでの勝利がゴールデンウィークの湘南戦、久々の大歓声だと思いますけど、どんな気持ちでしょうか。
いや、もう選手もスタッフも、サポーターもこの苦しい期間みんなで頑張ってきたんで、本当今日勝ってよかったです。
そして一森選手は前節清水戦もファインセーブ連発。